Every ending is a new beginning. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about something that affects all of us. Something that can change how we see our lives. The idea that every ending is actually a new beginning. Life is full of endings. Jobs end. Relationships end. School years finish. People move away. Sometimes we lose people we love. These moments can feel scary and sad. We might feel lost or confused about what comes next. But here is what I have learned over the years. Every time something ends in our life, it makes room for something new to start. Think about it like this. When you finish reading one book, you can start reading a new one. When you clean out your old clothes, you make space for new ones. When one door closes, another one opens. I remember when I lost my first job. I felt terrible. I thought it was the worst thing that could happen to me. I was worried about money. I was worried about my future. But you know what happened next? That job loss led me to find something much better. It pushed me to try new things I never would have tried before. It helped me grow as a person. The same thing happens with friendships. Sometimes friends grow apart. It hurts when this happens. But often when old friendships fade, new ones come into our lives. People who understand us better. People who share our current interests and dreams. Even when we face really hard times like losing someone we love, there can still be new beginnings hidden in the sadness. We might discover strength we never knew we had. We might connect more deeply with other people who understand our pain. We might find new ways to help others going through similar struggles. Change is scary because we do not know what will happen next. Our brains like things to stay the same because it feels safe. But staying the same means we miss out on growth. We miss out on new opportunities. We miss out on becoming the person we are meant to be. Think about a butterfly. Before it can fly, it has to go through a complete change inside its cocoon. The caterpillar it used to be completely ends. But this ending allows something beautiful and new to begin. The butterfly could never exist without the caterpillar ending first. We are like butterflies too. Sometimes we need our old selves to end so our new selves can begin. This might mean leaving a job that no longer makes us happy. It might mean ending a relationship that is not healthy. It might mean moving to a new city or starting a new hobby or changing our daily routines. The key is to not fight these endings when they come. Instead of being afraid, we can be curious. Instead of holding on tight to what was, we can open our hands and hearts to what might be. This does not mean endings are not sad sometimes. It is okay to feel sad when things end. It is okay to grieve what we are losing. But we can feel sad about endings while also feeling excited about beginnings. We can hold both feelings at the same time. This is called being human. We are complex beings who can experience many emotions together. One thing that helps me during transitions is remembering all the other endings in my life that led to good beginnings. Every time I have moved to a new place, I was nervous at first. But then I made new friends and discovered new favorite spots. Every time I started a new job, I felt overwhelmed. But then I learned new skills and met interesting people. Sometimes the new beginning does not show up right away. There might be a waiting period between the ending and the new start. This waiting time can feel uncomfortable. We might feel like we are in between two worlds. Not quite done with the old but not yet started with the new. During these in-between times, it helps to think of ourselves as seeds in the ground. A seed has to sit in the dark soil for a while before it can grow into a plant. The seed is not doing nothing during this time. It is getting ready. It is gathering strength for what comes next. We are like seeds too during transition times. Another way to think about endings and beginnings is like the seasons. Winter always feels like everything is dead and gone. The trees are bare. The ground is cold. Nothing seems to be growing. But underneath the surface, nature is preparing for spring. The roots are getting stronger. The soil is getting ready for new growth. Then spring comes and suddenly everything is green and alive again. New flowers bloom. New leaves grow. Animals have babies. The whole world feels fresh and full of possibility. This cycle happens every year without fail. Our lives have seasons too. Sometimes we are in winter seasons where things feel hard and nothing seems to be growing. But these winter times are preparing us for our spring seasons when new opportunities and relationships and adventures will bloom in our lives. The most successful and happy people I know are those who have learned to surf the waves of change instead of fighting against them. They understand that life is always moving and changing. They do not waste energy trying to keep everything exactly the same. Instead, they use their energy to adapt and grow and find new ways to be happy. This does not mean they do not have preferences. Of course, we all have things we hope will last and people we want to keep in our lives. But they hold these things lightly. They enjoy them fully while they have them without desperately clinging when it is time to let go. Let me share some simple practices you can try to get better at handling endings and welcoming new beginnings. First, try writing about your feelings when something is ending. Do not worry about making it perfect. Just write down what you are thinking and feeling. This helps you process the change instead of pushing your feelings down. Second, make a list of past endings in your life that led to good things. Maybe it was a relationship that ended and led you to meet someone better. Maybe it was not getting into your first choice college but ending up somewhere that was perfect for you. Remind yourself that you have survived endings before and good things came after. Third, try to do something small and new each day during transition times. This could be taking a different route to work, trying a new type of food, listening to music you have never heard before, starting conversations with people you do not usually talk to. These small new experiences help train your brain to be more comfortable with change. Fourth, practice gratitude for what the ending taught you or gave you. Even difficult experiences usually leave us with some kind of gift. Maybe we learned how strong we are. Maybe we learned who our real friends are. Maybe we learned what we do and do not want in our lives. Thank the ending for these gifts before you move on. Fifth, spend time imagining what good things might come from this new beginning. Do not try to control exactly what will happen. Just dream a little about possibilities. Maybe this job loss will lead you to start your own business. Maybe this relationship ending will give you time to focus on your own goals. Maybe this move will introduce you to your best friend. Remember that you do not have to figure out the whole future at once. You just need to take the next small step, then the next one, then the next one. The path will show itself as you walk on it. You do not need to see the whole staircase to take the first step. Sometimes people ask me how to know if an ending is really necessary. How do we know when it is time to let something go? I think deep down we usually know. There is often a feeling inside us that something has run its course. We might ignore this feeling for a while because endings are uncomfortable. But the feeling keeps coming back. Trust that inner voice. It is trying to guide you toward what is best for your growth and happiness. Our intuition is smarter than we give it credit for. It can see things our logical mind might miss. It knows when we are ready for something new even when we feel scared. Also pay attention to signs from the world around you. Sometimes life gives us gentle pushes toward change. Maybe opportunities keep showing up in a certain area. Maybe people keep mentioning similar ideas to us. Maybe we keep having the same conversations or facing the same challenges. These might be signs that it is time for something to end so something new can begin. But do not wait for life to push you. You can also choose your own endings and beginnings. You have more power than you might think to shape your own story. If something in your life is not working, you can decide to change it. If you have dreams you have been putting off, you can decide to start pursuing them. The beautiful thing about endings and beginnings is that they never really stop. Life is always offering us chances to start fresh. Every morning is a new beginning. Every season is a new beginning. Every year is a new beginning. Even every breath is a tiny ending and beginning. This means that no matter what has happened in your past, you always have the chance to begin again. You are not stuck with who you used to be or what you used to do. You can always choose to become someone new. You can always choose to try something different. Some of the most amazing stories I know are about people who completely changed their lives later than others thought was possible. People who went back to school in their 50s. People who started new careers in their 60s. People who found love after being alone for years. People who learned new skills and discovered new talents they never knew they had. Age is just a number when it comes to new beginnings. It is never too late to start over. It is never too late to chase a dream. It is never too late to become who you really want to be. The only thing that stops us is our own thinking that it is too late. Another beautiful thing about understanding that endings lead to beginnings is that it makes us braver. When we know that something new and possibly wonderful is waiting on the other side of any ending, we become more willing to take risks. We become more willing to leave situations that are not serving us. We become more willing to try new things. This bravery does not mean being reckless. We can still be smart about our choices. But we do not let fear of the unknown keep us trapped in situations that make us unhappy. We trust that our ability to adapt and grow is stronger than whatever challenges might come with change. I want you to think about your own life right now. Are there any endings that need to happen? Are there any beginnings you have been postponing? Are there any doors you need to close so that new ones can open? Are there any old versions of yourself you need to let go of so that new versions can emerge? Do not feel like you have to make huge changes all at once. Small endings and small beginnings are just as important as big ones. Maybe you need to end the habit of staying up too late so you can begin having more energy during the day. Maybe you need to end relationships with people who drain you so you can begin spending more time with people who lift you up. Maybe you need to end the story you tell yourself about not being good enough so you can begin believing in your own potential. Maybe you need to end putting everyone else first so you can begin taking better care of yourself. These kinds of internal endings and beginnings can be just as powerful as external ones. The most important thing to remember is that you are not alone in this process. Every single person on earth goes through endings and beginnings. Every single person faces uncertainty and change. Every single person sometimes feels scared about what comes next. This is part of being human. When you feel overwhelmed by change, reach out to other people. Talk to friends and family. Join groups of people going through similar transitions. Read books by people who have survived big changes. Remind yourself that millions of people before you have figured out how to navigate endings and beginnings. You have everything you need inside you to handle whatever endings and beginnings life brings your way. You are stronger than you think. You are more adaptable than you know. You are more capable of growth and change than you have probably given yourself credit for. Every ending in your life so far has led you to exactly where you are right now. Every difficult goodbye has taught you something valuable. Every door that closed has eventually led to new doors opening. Every time you thought something was over, life found a way to surprise you with something new. This pattern will continue. Whatever endings you are facing now or will face in the future, they are preparing the way for new beginnings that will amaze you. You do not need to see how this will happen. You just need to trust that it will happen. Life wants you to grow and thrive and experience all the wonderful things it has to offer. Sometimes this means letting go of what is comfortable and familiar. Sometimes this means stepping into the unknown. But on the other side of that unknown are possibilities you cannot even imagine yet. So when endings come into your life, try to meet them with curiosity instead of fear. Try to see them as doorways instead of walls. Try to remember that every ending is pregnant with a new beginning just waiting to be born. Your life is an ongoing story of endings and beginnings. Each chapter that closes makes room for a new chapter to begin. Each season that ends allows a new season to start. Each version of yourself that you outgrow creates space for a newer and better version to emerge. This is the magic and the mystery of being alive. This is why every ending is actually a gift in disguise. This is why every goodbye contains the seeds of a new hello. This is why every time we think our story is over, life proves us wrong by giving us a brand new page to write on. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope this message helps you see the endings in your life in a new way. Remember that you are always just one decision away from a completely different life. You are always just one ending away from an incredible new beginning. I will see you in the next video. Take care and remember that your best days are still ahead of you.